Welcome back again. Been over a week now since I've been back in Italy. Just doing a quick video just to give a bit of an update. So was it last Thursday? It was a week that I'd been back in Italy, been in England. I've been doing videos showing how, a lot of it is just helping my mental health by walking around my hometown and going to just outdoors, because here in Italy, as I've expressed in numerous other videos, this time of the year, I mean it's the 3rd of August today, and this time of the year it's just too hot to do anything here in Italy. This time of the day, people are all probably in their air-conditioned houses and not really doing much. And it's pretty much basically what since I've returned here. I mean, to be fair, weather hasn't really been massively scorchio since we've returned, which I've been quite thankful for. And I think there was 1 or 2 days when it was raining and it's been cooler. So I just wanted to update on where I'm at, really. I don't know, I mean, is there really any point in me doing these videos? I have really been doing them really just for myself, but at the same time I see plenty of other people out there who are just chatting into a camera, and they seem to be getting loads of subscribers, loads of views, and being able to monetize their channels, which in an ideal world is what I kind of want to happen with this channel, really, because as I've expressed also in other videos, it's been a bad couple of years for me. I haven't worked for 2 and something years, and I literally only got £2,000 left to my name. So I basically started doing videos. I saw a few videos that I even said in one of my previous videos when I was back in England, name checked quite a lot of channels of people that I've watched that kind of inspired me to do this channel. So I can't remember where I was going with that, but yeah, so I've seen these people that have made me, just talk about things. I don't have enough money to, sign up for BetterHelp, to get a proper counsellor and a therapist or whatever to talk through my shit. So I just talk into my iPhone here, basically. And yeah, so I was back in England from the 1st of July up until, 23rd or 24th, I think it was, of July. It was my sister's wedding. Yeah, this is basically what I'm doing at the moment. I was basically photographer, so there's my chunky sister and her chunky husband. So I was basically photographer for the day. I'm now basically going through 800 plus photos, basically editing them all up ready, and me and my girlfriend we've got a selection, we've gone through, and the girlfriend's written all the ones that she thinks are good, and because I was kind of going back and forth, couldn't really decide, so I just asked my girlfriend, can you just do them for me and I'll just go through and edit them all. And we're going to basically we're going to put them into one of those photo books, get them all printed up into a photo book from my sister and her new husband Simon, and so they can look back in years to come. Basically, they've got all of their wedding photos. So basically it was all just, I don't know, give a bit of an opinion, I suppose. I got asked to do it because my sister wanted, basically, I studied photography for 3 years at college. I did photography. I've now basically moved more into computer graphics, but I still have a bit of a talent for photography. So they asked me to do it to keep it cheap, basically. They didn't want to spend loads and loads of money on a photographer. So they got me to do it. So the whole thing was very, very stressful. For months, I'd basically been dreading it because it meant that I had to take a whole load of camera stuff with me to England. Whereas the last 2, 3, 4 years, whenever I go back to the UK, all I take is just a rucksack with my laptop in. This time I actually had to take a suitcase with a suit in it for the wedding, with shoes and everything required for the wedding, loads of camera equipment, all very, very stressful. So that was quite stressful. The day itself was really stressful because I didn't really get to experience the wedding. I spent the whole day basically just stressing about having to take these photos. Didn't really get to experience any of the day. I'm just rushing around, and the worst thing possible that could have happened basically. The moment we were meant to get into the car to go to the place where the actual wedding thing was, it basically erupted with a thunderstorm and rain galore. So it was just pandemonium. In that pandemonium, my mum, who was meant to be taking my girlfriend and my 7-year-old daughter to the wedding venue, basically completely forgot them and took my ex-girlfriend and her boyfriend, leaving us basically stood in the rain, not really knowing what to do, then having to run back into the place where we were staying, which is an old, it was a golf club basically, but it had some old summer houses, they're called, on the property that we're all staying in. I'll add a bit about that in the story in a minute. So I had to run back in, get the car keys, had to get into the car, had to try and find out on the map where I'm actually going. Basically, it was all just an absolute pandemonium. We then got to the venue and it was still pissing down the rain, and it was just, everything was just a nightmare. For months beforehand, I wanted to plan everything out, basically, just how my mind works. I wanted to plan everything out, so on the day, I had all of the images, maybe in a document, on an iPad, so I could then get my sister's friend Veronica, who's basically the loud one, the really good at shouting person, which I'm not, which makes me not very particularly good at directing people as a photographer, which is why I'm not a photographer anymore. So I wanted to have this document, so on the day I could just get Veronica to basically look at the image and align everyone how they should be, get everyone all spot on so the photos are all perfect and brilliant. That basically didn't happen. I told my mum that I was stressing about it and it was all a bit of an issue. She then told my sister, who then basically said to me, "Oh, don't worry about it, I just want some snaps, I don't want anything too perfect." So I didn't bother doing that. So on the actual day when it came to it, everything, I'm looking through these images now and it's just, oh my god, it's just an abomination. I've got people whose heads are like half cut off and hidden behind other people, and it's just a mashup. I can't stand going through these images. It really irritates me because I just wanted to do it all professionally and perfect, but it's all just turned out rubbish. But I'm doing my best, and luckily AI can kind of fix a lot of stuff anyway. So that was all quite stressful. I mean, that was the second week or whatever, I think, of me being there. The first 2 weeks of me being there was just calm and relaxed and peaceful. I was really happy to be home, seeing my parents that I always worry about in this country, that, you know, that they're old and, you know, not doing so well, and that they could do with me there basically to help them. But the stupid thing is, I mean, I said at the start of this video that I hadn't really been working, but in another one of my previous videos, I've literally the last 2 months, my girlfriend found me a job that was just a mess of a company that I've basically been stressing myself about for the last 2 months, but it's kind of settled down now. I think I know a bit more of what I'm doing and such like, but I basically said to this company that, you know, that I was going to continue to work. So for the 3 weeks that I was basically back in England, 2 of those weeks I basically just wasted just working. All of that time that I could have spent with my family, spent with my daughter or my nephew, going on walks around the woods and the park and just chilling out and relaxing and taking some me time and such like. I just wasted it. I just wasted my whole summer holiday back in England working, and a lot of that time, I mean, the second week I didn't really have much to do, and I was just kind of sat there just waiting for people to give me stuff to do, and didn't really get anything done. So I just feel quite deflated. I mean, I've now come back to Italy, and I mean, I basically I've got this on the other screen. I miss. This is what I've said in all of the videos I've done about people who want to just go to other countries, that they're complaining about that it always rains in England. And I've actually come to learn and appreciate, since living here in Italy, rain, strangely enough. I've discovered that I don't mind rain. I just miss green forests and streams. Look at this picture, it's just, that is my heaven. Green is my favourite colour. So I'm sitting here just trying to calm myself, basically listening to the sounds of healing frequency, forest creek sounds with bird song. That's how I'm dealing with the stress. But yeah, in continuation, so week 3 of being away in England and having basically had, you know, some kind of chilledness and walking around and doing lots of working on my own mental health and such like. The 3rd week, my girlfriend and my daughter came over for the wedding, so it then basically just turned into even more chaos. Just the stress just came straight back. I'd spent 2 weeks just de-stressing and chilling myself, and then the 3rd week they turn up and it all just became just a nightmare again. Having to get to the wedding venue, where my girlfriend and my daughter had gone the night before because my dad had something that he needed to do on the Friday night. So I stayed behind with my dad so he could go and do this thing on the Friday night. A railway club, basically. He goes to a railway club. And basically I stayed on Saturday morning, we drove up to this venue. So Friday night I'm speaking to my girlfriend, she's all complaining and moaning about this place that we were staying at in this golf course, because it was really hot apparently and the window was broken, so she couldn't leave the window open. So she was all really annoyed because she had to pay 200 and something pounds for staying in this place. I mean, all of it was just a massive irritation because I haven't got any money and my girlfriend's basically had to pay for everything. So she's paid for all of the flights for her and my daughter to get to England, all of the hotels that we've had to stay in, because we don't even have somewhere we can stay in my parents' house, because the only room that is a bedroom, my dad's basically turned into his junk room. It wasn't like a computer room at one stage, but it's then turned it into his workshop, and it's just full of just junk now. It's not even space for a bed or anything. So my girlfriend's had to pay for Premier Inn and then the wedding place. So she was all complaining and moaning. Then I've got my daughter, who possibly has got ADHD, who is just going mad wherever, whenever. We went to stay in London because my girlfriend wanted to not be in Maidenhead, where I'm from, because she doesn't like it basically as much as I love it and miss it. She wanted to go up to London, so we stayed in the Premier Inn in London Bridge. My daughter basically had one of her moments where she basically just gets to a point where she's just so tired that she just becomes irritating and purposely irritating to people. So my eldest daughter had come with us, and she basically ended up having a massive falling out with my younger daughter because she was basically kicking her and being nasty, just wouldn't behave properly basically. So they fell out, but we still had a little bit of a moment going around London and doing some bits and bobs, getting some nice pictures and a few videos. So yeah, that was ultimately it. Since I've returned, the field up the road's all scorched from having had wildfires. I don't even know what the weather's like today. Do you know what? I've basically got the shutter on the windows completely closed. And that was because I was recording some guitar videos yesterday. I've got the blue screen out. It was actually green screen on the other side. I was using the green screen. I have a TikTok account where I do, it's called 90s Rock Dad, where I pick through all of the old 90s rock tunes that the kids of today just don't know of. I mean, they know all the Nirvana and I don't know, Pearl Jam songs and things like that, but I don't know, songs like well, you know, bands like Therapy and TerraVision, people like that. Basically, I just thought I'd let young people discover. It's not actually not that bad. It's very windy at the moment, which means there's probably a storm coming. Clouds up there, look, maybe. It's a bit cloudy. But yeah, it's not scorchio today, thankfully. Quite windy. Quite quiet, because I think most people are down at their beach houses. Let's go back inside. So yeah, that was just a quick video update. Really wanted to try and keep this video about 10 minutes long, because I record these videos and not many people watch them, as I say. So anyway, I don't know, maybe I'll try and hit it up to about 17 minutes, and then I'm just gonna do a quick edit through and then I'll upload it. So yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna try to keep doing some videos. I mean, I've said in a few other videos I want to go out on my bike travels and show viewers around a bit, really. What I like to do, I mean, my first video I'd gone out on my bike, my very first video on this channel, just sort of showing what I do basically to try and keep myself and my brain healthy. I've not managed to do that for quite a long time. My bike was out of action because I had a brake issue and put some new brake pads on, but I'm not a bike mechanic, so I can't really set it up properly, and they're kind of rubbing, and I need a proper bike mechanic. But I don't want to go to Decathlon, whatever it's called, and get it done professionally, because it's going to cost me €20. I'd much rather just learn to do it myself, so I can do it myself, you know. I think I should look up here, really. That's where the camera is, isn't it? I always seem to be looking off camera. So yeah, I want to continue doing these videos and trying to, I don't know, I want to do some videos of basically talking about what's going on in the UK at the moment. There's all these protests, and I don't think they're riots. So I mean, I've not watched the news. I purposely don't watch the news anymore. But yeah, there's lots of people about, everything's all about immigrants and people in the immigrants' hotels and all of this. So I just wanted to discuss that. I've seen a lot of other videos from some of the other people that I watch that are discussing it, but I have my own little take on that. So I want to, at some stage, do some videos about that. I've also got like a huge, great big spreadsheet that I've created of videos that I kind of just want to review and talk about and discuss. But yeah, I'll do that some other time. I think I've got at least the next 24 hours free for myself. They're down at the beach house at the moment, my girlfriend and other daughter, the youngest daughter. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I said 17 minutes, almost 20 minutes now, so I'm just gonna keep it going and for the next 30 odd seconds, and then I can do it for 20 minutes. Man, my brain's so fried. Yeah, that's it. Not really got much else to talk about. Peace out. Love to you all. Bye.